Are you a solo female traveller? Today I'm sharing my top safety tips and essential gadgets to help you embark on unforgettable journeys whilst staying secure. With years of travel experience behind me, I've distilled key insights into 6 vital topics, plus a bonus point that deserves attention. Hello and welcome to Linky Lifestyle. I'm Marty and I'm thrilled to have you here. Along with my husband Michael, we share the wealth of travel wisdom we've gained over the years to help you plan holidays that are not just fun but truly unforgettable. No one understands the need for safety quite like another woman. We've all spent years considering how we dress, behave, and what we carry with us to reduce our vulnerability. Who hasn't found herself walking alone at night, clutching her keys like a weapon, ready to defend against a potential attacker? Who hasn't felt a rush of anxiety upon hearing footsteps behind her, wondering if they're a threat or just somebody going about their day? Unfortunately, feeling completely safe is something many women miss out on, a reality that's often not understood by men. But that shouldn't stop us from embarking on solo travel. With careful planning and a focus on safety, we can explore the world confidently. Let's talk about preparation. It's vital to thoroughly research your destination before you set off. Familiarize yourself with everything from safety tips, local customs and travel advisories to potential issues related to your insurance and documentation. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about your destination, the more empowered you'll feel. If you're still deciding where to go, consider researching destinations that are known for being safe for solo female travellers. Once you've chosen your destination, dive into the specifics. Identify the safest areas to stay and be aware of any common scams that might catch unwitting tourists off guard. Don't forget to review your government's travel website. It offers valuable insights into potential safety risks across the globe. I'll link some in the description below. You need to prepare your travel insurance and your documentation. Is your passport ready to go? Does your travel insurance cover the destination and any valuables you intend to take with you? Does it cover all activities you plan to do? You usually need to notify them about anything high risk, such as skiing. Always make sure your travel insurance information is accessible. I keep mine on my phone, but what if my phone breaks or is stolen? I can also access it from my iPad and laptop, but you may feel safer with a hard copy backup. You should also keep a copy of your passport, your hotel address, and local emergency numbers with your backup too. As I said, knowledge is power. Learn a little of the language if the country you're going to doesn't speak the same language as you. Even just please, thank you, hello, goodbye can make you feel more comfortable and less out of place. Update your in case of emergency contact, that's your ICE contact, in your phone. Make sure it's accessible if you were to need medical attention whilst unconscious. Most phones from the last few years can do this, so research how to do it on yours. And finally, save offline maps in Google Maps in case you don't have Wi-Fi or a network accessible where you're going. Now let's move on to packing. A top tip here is to avoid overpacking. Ensure you can handle your own bags comfortably, as you'll need to keep them with you in public toilets and other tight spaces. You won't want to rely on others for assistance because this can increase the risk of theft. Place an Apple AirTag or similar device in all your bags. This way you can always monitor their location. Use physical luggage tags with minimal personal information. I just put our surnames, Linky, and Michael's mobile phone number on ours. I don't want someone seeing a female name or address details on my tags, or being able to send me harassing texts or photos. Michael can get those instead. Be smart about what you pack. Leave behind any sentimental items that cannot be replaced. This way, if anything goes missing or gets stolen, you can rely on your travel insurance for replacements. Ensure you check whether you need to itemize valuable items such as cameras or laptops with your insurer. Refrain from taking and wearing expensive jewelry or flashy clothing. These items can attract unwanted attention, leading thieves to assume you're carrying a lot of cash. Always pack your valuables in multiple locations. Keep some cash and credit cards in separate spots so you have a backup if something gets lost or taken. Consider using RFID blocking sleeves for your cards and passport for added protection. Your medication combinations may be valuable on the black market too, so protect them as well. As for safety gadgets, consider packing a few items that can provide an extra layer of security. For instance, a portable hotel door lock can secure your hotel room, while portable alarms or motion-activated lights can keep unwelcome visitors at bay. Some travellers even swear by using an old phone as a webcam in their hotel room, along with an app like Alfred to monitor for any unexpected intruders while they're out. I'll link all the gadgets I'm aware of in the description below. Staying aware whilst navigating transportation is critical. Using ride shares like Uber can offer a sense of safety, but it's essential to verify that the license plate matches what you see in the app. If you have luggage in the boot, that's the trunk for Americans, wait until the driver exits the vehicle before you do to avoid them driving off with your possessions. And if you're hailing a taxi, take a photo of the license plate before you get in. And whether it's an Uber or a taxi, if you're in an unfamiliar location, follow along on a map to make sure you aren't being taken to the wrong place. If travelling from home to the airport with luggage, which makes it obvious that I'm going away, I often have a fake phone conversation with a friend to talk about them house sitting with their big scary boyfriend. This trick can deter potential housebreakers. When booking tours, choose reputable companies with positive reviews, and if it helps your sense of security, look for options tailored specifically for women. Always have a plan in place for what happens if you get separated from the group. In general, exercise situational awareness throughout your travels. Trust your instinct. If something feels wrong or makes your hair stand on end, don't hesitate to leave. And avoid looking like you aren't familiar in your location by using the Maps feature on your Apple Watch or other smartwatch to get directions, instead of staring at your phone. If you think you're being followed, step into a restaurant or shop filled with people. When walking at night, stick to well-lit areas where others are present. I've walked alone in various cities at night, but I always felt secure sticking to populated places. Avoid shortcuts that lead you away from the crowds. When you're out exploring, it's smart to avoid looking like a tourist, as scammers tend to target those who seem to be out of their element. A simple way to look more local is by carrying a reusable grocery shopping bag, which is something many locals use daily. I opt for a crossbody bag instead of a shoulder bag, and be sure to hold on to it at all times. For instance, I sometimes wear it beneath my coat in colder weather. I look a bit lumpy, but that's okay. When you're sitting in a cafe, keep your bag secure either by holding it on your lap or by using a carabiner to attach it to the furniture. Remember, thieves are opportunistic. They're likely to move on to the next target if they see you taking precautions. If you hear someone walking or running behind you, step aside and watch them pass. I've read that making eye contact with a potential attacker can deter them. If you need to withdraw cash, choose an ATM located within a bank lobby rather than one outside a convenience store or a nightclub. Be watchful for card skimmers. These are devices attached to ATMs that capture your card information. After retrieving your cash, don't linger to count it. Instead, put it away immediately. Also, when it comes to payment methods, credit cards generally offer better protection against fraud than debit cards. It's natural to feel nervous when traveling alone, but by taking precautions, you can still enjoy your experiences. One more practical tip: take care of your feet. Wear comfortable shoes that allow you to move quickly if necessary, and don't wear ones that give you blisters that will make it harder for you to walk. Avoid stiletto heels or any footwear that might impede your ability to walk or run safely. With years of travel experience under our belts, one of my favourite parts of planning a trip is the research phase, and now I'm sharing the benefits of that research with you through this channel. We're on a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers this year, and if you could take a moment to hit that subscribe button, it would mean so much to us. Let's now consider your accommodation. Planning is vital. Aim to arrive during daylight hours, ensuring you feel safe checking in. Request a room that's not on the ground floor to reduce the risk of break-ins. If a hotel staff member announces your room number within earshot of others, don't hesitate to request a different room. On entering your room, take a moment to inspect your surroundings before shutting the door. Keep your door propped open and look behind curtains, in cupboards and under the bed to ensure everything is secure. Sounds excessive? Maybe. Yet it's a simple precaution that can make a difference. I've even known a couple of men that do this. If someone knocks on the door, don't open it until you know who it is and that they have a legitimate reason to be there. Ring reception first if you need to. When you leave the hotel, Make sure you know its name and address. Some cities have multiple hotels with similar names. Coming back to your hotel, make sure your key is out and ready to go, and avoid getting out of the lift on your floor if a man does too. Women don't have superior strength to rely on, so sometimes it comes down to relying on our instincts. Don't even get in the lift if there's someone in there who makes you uneasy. Another thing to research when booking your hotel is nearby dining options. Sometimes it feels safer to eat in the hotel restaurant or order room service, so it's good to know they're there if needed. And it's perfectly acceptable to dine alone, and it can be quite enjoyable. Bring a book or something to keep you company. I always have something to read on my phone in these situations. If you're uncertain about where to sit, consider choosing a bar area or a table near the entrance where you can maintain a good view of the surroundings. And remember, never leave your drink unattended. And while we're talking about drinks, maintaining awareness is crucial, so drink responsibly and know your limits to keep your situational awareness intact. When engaging with strangers, be cautious about sharing personal information. Questions like where you're staying or your travel plans can lead to vulnerabilities. It's perfectly acceptable to be vague or even to say you prefer not to share such details. If you ever find yourself in a confrontation, remember, don't resist, and don't carry something that you think will be a weapon. It'll probably just get used against you. The only thing I would use to confront an attacker would be a bright torch shone in their eyes. Remember, material items can be replaced, but your safety is paramount. Some travellers carry a dummy wallet with old cards and small amounts of cash that they can hand over if the need should arise. Moving on to social media and electronic device security. Be mindful of what you share online. It's smart to keep your travel plans off social media to protect not only yourself while you're away, but also your home from potential break-ins. Avoid posting in real time. Instead, share highlights once you're back home. Ensure your digital devices are secure. Juice jacking, where hackers rig charging stations to steal data, can be a threat, so consider using a data blocking device in public charging situations. I'll include links to recommended blockers below. Also, I urge you to use secure connections only. Avoid public Wi-Fi networks without a VPN. I personally use NordVPN, which not only protects my data but also allows me to access streaming content from home when I travel. I'll put a link below that gives both you and me a referral bonus. Deploy a password manager like 1Password, which I've used for over a decade, to strengthen your online security. It generates secure passwords and keeps them saved safely, so you don't have to write them down or remember them. This works on a variety of devices, making it highly convenient. Additionally, when navigating, your phone is a key resource. Always ensure it's fully charged before you leave your accommodation, and keep a power bank handy, because using maps can drain your battery fast. And because your phone is all important when traveling, you also need to physically protect it. Don't hold it loosely in your hand. Use a crossbody strap, which is my preference, or a wrist strap. You don't want it being accidentally knocked out of your hand and broken, or perhaps grabbed and stolen. As we wrap up this section, remember that awareness is your best friend. Don't wear headphones when walking. This can disconnect you from your surroundings and signal to thieves that you're distracted. However, if you find yourself in an uncomfortable situation, pretending to talk on the phone can be a useful tactic to deter someone. During your trip, make sure to give location updates to your friends and family, and make sure they know to check in on you if they don't hear from you for a while. And let's state the obvious: never disclose to strangers that you're traveling alone. A little white lie can often keep you safer than revealing too much information. If you feel uneasy in any situation, trust your instincts and excuse yourself, even if it means leaving behind something you've paid for, like a drink or a meal. Your safety is worth it. And always be mindful of exits in unfamiliar places. Knowing how to make a quick exit can be crucial, especially in crowded areas. Criminals look for patterns, so it's wise to mix things up. Avoid establishing a routine, such as visiting the same cafe each day. By varying your schedule, you reduce predictability and make yourself a less appealing target. Don't ever risk your safety to save a few dollars. Cutting corners can lead to dangerous situations. And be cautious while attempting to capture that perfect photo. We've all heard stories of people getting injured or even dying trying to achieve an Instagram-worthy shot. Always evaluate potential risks before engaging in any activity. What are the possible consequences if the worst happens? Now let's delve into a topic that isn't often discussed in the context of solo travel: how to be alone. As someone who's autistic and an introvert, I've never had trouble with solitude. However, many solo travelers crave companionship and often feel pressure to socialize. One thing my solo traveler friends have highlighted is that no one is truly looking out for you. When you're traveling, newfound friends may not notice if you suddenly disappear. It's vital to travel at your own pace and acknowledge your comfort zone. You may feel compelled to keep up with acquaintances or attend social events, but remember that your instincts are there for a reason. Animals are very good at using their instincts and their spidey senses, but humans have been training ourselves out of using them for centuries. As women, we're expected to be kind, but sometimes by being kind, we're overruling our instincts, and that can lead to unsafe situations. However, most importantly, being a solo traveler doesn't mean you need to feel lonely. Seek out group tours or stay in accommodation that has shared social spaces. Solo cruises can be a wonderful option, as they often have solo traveler lounges or meetups for solo travelers. Join online communities centered around your travels and you may find a whole world of new friends. You've learned about traveling as a solo woman now, so to learn more about traveling based on my decades of experience, check on this playlist. And here's another one of our videos that YouTube is recommending for you. Thank you for joining me today. Safe travels. Bye for now.